Welcome to Classic Vinyl Top 10. This is the one you've been waiting for. Maybe. Anyway, this is David Bowie's top 25 songs of all time, in my opinion. And yeah, let's just get on with it because it's a great list. I love it. You'll know some of the stuff on here, if not all of it. One or two surprises, but a lot of the stuff here you'd expect, but one or two certainly that may not be quite as expected. So yeah, let's stop messing about. If you like this stuff, please kindly subscribe so you don't miss the next one, whatever the next one's going to be. Haven't decided yet. So yeah, so what's at number 25? So 25, it's a song we all know, and it is Heroes, and it's Bowie and Eno's classic Berlin love story. It's grown in stature over the decades as we've come to love it. I love Robert Fripp's sustained feedback looped guitar. His overdubs, they're sensational, I think. What else? It only made number 24 in the UK originally, believe it or not, and I don't even think it bothered the charts in the States. So there you go. So that's Heroes. Of course, we all know that. In at 25. 24. This is a track from 1977. It's only short. It was co-written by Dennis Davis, the drummer, and George Murray, the bassist. This is Breaking Glass from Low. I don't know if you know, assuming you're not drum nerds like me, you may or may not know that the drums on, or particularly the snare drum on Low, was gated to create a snare sound that descends downwards upon impact. I mean, have another listen. It really was quite new, fantastic sound, great for all us drum nerds, like I say. So 24, Breaking Glass. 23, you might know this album, from Ziggy. So from 1972, this has got the excellent Mick Ronson's guitar work all over it. This is Moon Age Daydream. I'll be a rock and roll bitch for you, indeed. Number 22. I think this is the only inclusion of this album on this list. This is from Lodger. This is DJ, 1979. Written by Bowie, Eno and Carlos Alomar. It's supposedly Bowie's cynical response to disco, and also Bowie was apparently trying to imitate David Byrne in the way that he sang. Not sure about that. Make up your own mind. Great song nevertheless. I am a DJ. I am what I play. Number 21. This is a fairly recent Bowie issue. This came out in 2017. It's a live album, and I think it's a great live album actually. It includes a live version of a reject track from Young Americans. It's a piano-led soulful outpouring with Luther Vandross leading the backing singers. Lots of space, awesome vocals. It is from Cracked Actor Live. It's Gonna Be Me, which I hadn't heard. I think it was off Young Americans, wasn't it, originally? But It's Gonna Be Me live is something else. Just excuse me a second, that might be my dog. It is. Go girl, go, go. Go, go, go. Chaos, chaos, chaos. Okay, he's back, he's back, he's back. It's Gonna Be Me live. I love it. Number 20, one of the best live tracks I think he's done. They always do a pretty decent version of it, although the best is when Earl Slick's obviously playing it. 1976, From Station to Station, it is Stay. Dig the old, I think that's a W.H. Smith sticker. See that there? Yeah, see that? So I guess this is probably the 1976 copy. Anyway, Throwing Darts in Lovers' Eyes. This is his longest studio... No, that's not right. That can't be right. No, let's not jump the gun. Let's go back. Stay. Yeah. Stay. So 20, it's Stay from 76. Great rhythm. It's a reworking of John, I'm Only Dancing. I mean, when Bowie did this album, apparently he was coked out his head for the whole making. I can't really remember much about the album's production. But Stay, I just love it. The drum and guitar work together. Fantastic. Slick and Alomar on guitars. Great rhythm, great rhythm. At number 19, it's going well, isn't it? At number 19, this is from Hunky Dory. This is Quicksand from 1971. Just a mortal with potential of a Superman. So Nietzsche and Buddhism, amongst others, name checked here. Great acoustic, fantastic song. Quicksand. Okay, back to Station to Station. Have I mentioned this before? Back to Station from 1976. Earl Slick's guitar effects begin this epic journey. Throwing Darts in Lovers' Eyes. This Station to Station, from Station to Station, is his longest studio recording, 10 minutes plus. Heavy German influence, Thin White Duke time, monumental track. Okay, where are we now? Number 17. Okay, number 17, time for my favourite album, yeah. So from Aladdin Sane, we have Time from 1973. His script is You and Me. One of the less blatant lyrics here, I think. Mike Garson's cabaret style, avant-garde jazz piano throughout. Ronson's searing solo arrives after Bowie's We Should Be On By Now. Okay. Fantastic. Time. Number 16, I'm not going to pick all the albums up again, but from Hunky, it's Andy Warhol, 1971. Mick Ronson's repetitive acoustic riff dominates throughout. Apparently it was later quoted as an influence on Metallica's Master of Puppets. Believe it or believe it not, Andy Warhol, Master of Puppets. Okay. Number 15, Driving Saturday. God, I remember watching Top of the Pops when that came on, thinking, what on earth is this? 1973. It's a post-apocalyptic world. We've all forgotten how to make love, and we need to watch old films to remind us what to do in a sort of a 1950s doo-wop soundscape. It's one of those songs that Mott the Hoople turned down. I mean, what were they on? They turned a few bangers down, and this apparently was one of them, Driving Saturday. Okay, number 14. We'll look for the album for this. Yeah, number 14. This is it's a mega track. I think it's entirely instrumental. It probably is. This is from Heroes again, 1977. This is Sense of Doubt. Sense of Doubt. It's foreboding, it's crashing waves. You've got optimistic keyboard chords meeting sinister keyboard chords, sinister chords. I mean, it's genius. Just trying to think where it was on the album. Sense of Doubt. Yeah, it's side 2 or side B, as it says here. 100% written by Bowie. Surprised that there's no Eno on that actually, but it's a fantastic track. Sense of Doubt. Number 13. This is the only time this album's mentioned, but I do love it. This is from Black Star, This is Lazarus. It was close. It was almost Black Star. Oh. Oh, okay. Apparently Alexa's in on this particular act. Alexa, off. You gotta control these things, haven't you? So Black Star, Lazarus, 2015, with a stumbling rhythm throughout. Lazarus became his last single during his lifetime, of course. His swan song. It only reached 40 in the US, I think. 40 in the US, 45 in the UK. But obviously the album sales were rocketing, or had rocketed, after the dreadful news. But Lazarus, class. And the whole thing about this album that I particularly love is the band. I really love the band on it. So the fact that he took that risk, put a brand new band together, not together, but use this band that he had found, these 3 or 4 jazz guys in Manhattan supposedly, to create the last album. I think that's just immense. I'm so glad he didn't keep the band he'd been with for the last decade plus. Thanks Alexa. So that's Lazarus. Okay, number 12. Number 12. Come here. God, this is I think this might actually be a New Zealand copy of Ziggy that one of my friends gave me many moons ago. Anyway, where are we? Come on, catch up. Number 12, Suffragette City from 1972. Another of the songs that was turned down by Mott the Hoople. What were they on? In favour of Jude's. Written shortly after the film of A Clockwork Orange, Anthony Burgess's book turned film. And references in here to Clockwork Orange. The band had also adopted, or the Spiders had also adopted, the Droogs clothing, and I think the best stuff I saw of that was Old Grey Whistle Test. If you remember, he did I think he did 5 Years and Queen Bitch, was it? And I thought Bowie was just amazing, exuded confidence, supreme confidence. The band were all dressed up from Clockwork Orange. The sound was great. Just one of my favourite media output of Bowie's Old Grey Whistle Test, if you haven't seen that. So that must have been early 70s, 71, 72, something like that. Okay. Where are we now? Suffragette. Number 11, getting close to the 10. Number 11 is from Hunky, 1971, the Bewley Brothers, in the Mind Warp Pavilion of Bowie's song about his brother Terry. Although others have made out that it has lots of gay references, but anyway, I'm sticking with the brother Terry, who had some awful health issues. It's difficult to make sense of the lyrics, but it is just a superb acoustic track. I'm sure we all know this. Okay, so we're coming into the top 10, and I'm whizzing through them, aren't I? It's probably because I think Alexa or the dogs are going to do something, but anyway. Oh no, that's my wife. It's all going on. You could be watching telly, I mean, come on. Number 10, another killer from Hunky, if I can find Hunky, is it? Oh god, blimey. Come on man, what are you doing? Yeah, there we go. From Hunky, at number 10, it is track 4, Life on Mars, from 1971. This is supposedly Bowie's piss take of Paul Anka's Stroke Sinatra's My Way, which Bowie had originally written or put forward lyrics for in the 1960s. Okay, so My Way, Life on Mars, no, which I prefer. The drummer, Woody Woodmansey, Very underrated drummer, I think, as is Trevor Boulder, the bassist. But the drummer Woody and Bowie argued over how the drums should sound, and thankfully Woody won, because it's no, step back. Oh look, you've got to stop doing this. Bear with. Yeah, okay. Sorry, wrong. Yeah, start again. So Bowie had originally written lyrics to the original French version. You with me? Keep up. In the 60s. This was Ronson's first string arrangement. Not bad, Life on Mars. All the orchestration was handled by Rono. It was Rick Wakeman on keyboards. You probably heard him on YouTube or whatever talking about how he was super impressed by how Bowie made the chord progression go. Surprised him a lot, I think. It reached number 3 in the UK, and I don't remember that Mick Rock, Bowie in the suit and the blue eyeshadow video until later. I can't think what it was on Top of the Pops. Maybe it was that from the outset, but I just don't remember the original. And when we see stuff later on with hindsight, is it a real memory or is it just a memory of you watching it much later on? Pass, give up. Okay, if I can start reading the stuff in the right order from my notes, it might go a bit better. Okay, so number 9. Come in, number 9, your time's up. Okay, back to the wonderful Aladdin Sane. And this is, what track number are we on here? Track 4. Panic in Detroit. Okay, from 1973. You've got Ronson's edgy guitar all over it. It's apparently about the tale of riots in Detroit in the 60s. This is the one, as if you didn't know, this is the one where Woody and Bowie argued about how the drums should sound. And thank God Woody won the argument. I think it's also got some of Bowie's finest lyrics. The old Che Guevara drove a diesel van, and he jumped the silent cars that slept at traffic lights. I mean, this is just great stuff. So Panic in Detroit, Woody's drums, Ronson's edgy guitar all over it. Number 8, another one from Heroes. This is Blackout, which is end of side 1. Blackout, 1977. This song was supposedly about energy blackouts, boringly enough, although some believe it's more to do with Bowie's enforced hospital visit in Berlin, hence the "get me off the streets." Very industrial, very urban sounding. I mean, just genius. 1977 Blackout. Number 7, back to Aladdin. Cracked actor, Ronson's feedback all over it. Bowie's rude hooker lyrics. It's a schoolboy's delight. It really is. Crack baby crack. It's my favourite album currently. What can I say? What more can I say? Okay, getting close to the top 5. Number 6 is... what is number 6? Oh yeah, number 6 is from... Where's it gone? Yeah. From Hunky, side 2, Queen Bitch. This is the tribute to Lou Reed and the Velvets, Bowie's drag queen glam classic. She's so swishy in her Satin and Tat. And like I say, as I said earlier, do watch that Old Grey Whistle Test in the studio version of that. It is superb, and he's absolutely brilliant in it. 1971, Queen Bitch. Okay, so the top 5. So how are you going so far? Apart from the cretin who's running this, I hope you like the stuff that's gone in so far. Yeah, I don't think there's anything particularly far out here that you wouldn't know already or wouldn't like already. So let's do the top 5. Okay, so number 5 is from Aladdin Sane. It's Aladdin Sane, or the full title is Aladdin Sane 1913, 1938, 1907 question mark, which apparently is war reference. 1913, year before the First World War, 1938, year before the Second World War, and then presumably at the time when he did this, were we on the cusp of a Third World War. But anyway, Aladdin Sane, the track itself, is a pun based on Brother Terry's schizophrenia. It was inspired by Evelyn Waugh's Vile Bodies. Brilliant Mike Garson solo, keyboard solo. Yeah, I just love this era. Love this era. Bowie at 5, Aladdin Sane, Aladdin Sane. Number 4. Really getting down to it now. Number 4. This is from Ziggy, Rock and Roll Suicide. 1972, You're Not Alone. This is the closing track of Ziggy, about character Ziggy's eventual demise. It only reached 22 in the UK, but supposedly by the time that single came out, everybody had the album. It is just classic. This is to me is what music is all about. It's creative. It's great in lyrical terms, or it's saying something different in lyrical terms. Musically, it's so creative. He's got a rhythm section that are on the one hand seem ordinary, yet on the other they're absolutely magic. And then on top of that, you have Ronson with his guitar and his skill at music arrangement. And then who's the bloke singing? I mean, yeah, the likes of which we have not seen since, in my opinion. Rock and Roll Suicide at 4, which means it's top 3 time. Okay, number 3. Yeah, Lady Grinning Soul, 1973, from Aladdin Sane. I think this is a James Bond theme, but better than most James Bond themes myself. Mike Garson again all over it, piano wise. Apparently it was written by one of the Ikettes, which was, as in Ike and Tina Turner, one of the Ikettes. She Will Be Your Living End. Delicious vocal, and apparently it was almost left off this album. Can you believe it? Almost left off. Lady Grinning Soul. Yeah, fantastic. Number 2. Okay. If I put Rock and Roll Suicide at 4, 5 Years is at number 2. From Ziggy again. It's Woody's drum pattern begins the pre-apocalypse of Ziggy Stardust. Earth was really dying. Bowie's vocal builds into a scream. My brain hurts a lot, a phrase I've used many times since. Yeah, it's just yeah, all that stuff. So my number 1, probably not a surprise for those of you who've seen 1 or 2 of my lists. This is from Diamond Dogs, and it's the only track on this 25 from Diamond Dogs, I think I'm right in saying, and it is the Sweet Thing candidate, Sweet Thing reprise. Until I read a bit about this recently, I didn't realise that Bowie played most of the guitars on here, bearing in mind that by the time Diamond Dogs came about, the Spiders had gone. They played on Aladdin after Ziggy broke up the band, but they played on the next album, but they didn't play on this. So so Woody's no longer on drums, for example. It was Ainsley Dunbar and Tony Newman, I think, replaced him. Garson's still here. I've said it before on my countdown of 100 favourite songs that this Sweet Thing candidate, Sweet Thing reprise, it just, to me, encapsulates what it is about Bowie that makes him such a standout artist to me. You've got the dynamics between super low vocal beginning the track, ends up with super high vocal. It's super creative as a song. It ends up becoming a 3-part mini opera. It's fantastic guitar work on it, but I think his vocals here, it's probably the best. I can't think of a better vocal track really than this. Sweet Thing, Sweet Thing. Anyway, that's my number one. That's been the Bowie Top 25. Please put your comments in below. I know a few other people might put in their own top 10s, and that'd be great. Love to see that. I'm sorry if I've missed out yours. I hope people forgive me for putting Heroes at 25, because that's still anthemic and popular. But yeah, if there's anything on there, I think that the tracks that are probably, I wouldn't say rarest, but least popular on here, I think It's Gonna Be Me Live. I think that's worth a listen if you haven't caught that. Some people haven't really got Sweet Thing or Candidate actually, so have a listen to that. I mean, obviously I'm just going to say listen to the albums. And for those of you who are nerdy like me, let me just give you some analytics. So all the songs on my 25, with the exception of Lazarus from Black Star in 2015, were from the 1970s. Okay. From the 25, the most albums represented here were Aladdin Sane with 6, Hunky with 5, Ziggy with 4, Heroes with 3, Station with 2, and then 1 each from Diamond Dogs, Low, Lodger, Black Star and Cracked Actor Live. So you can see the era that I loved, even though I've got most of the other stuff. I still go back to the 70s. If you're a Bowie fan, if you liked any part of this, kind of give us a thumbs up, subscribe, what else? Share it. Share it. Yep. Send it to an American. Love to know what they think of it. Because Bowie isn't the same in the States as he is here. It's just not the same. Anyway, hope you enjoy that. Sorry I've waffled on. Sorry for the catalogue of errors. Sorry for the interruptions from my family of various sorts. And I'll see you again next time. I'm not sure what for yet. I'm really not sure what I'm doing next. So, and apologies for the teasers. I just wanted to try it out, see if it picked up a few more views. The last video's now clocked up over 30,000 views. So be very interested to see what this much more specific video will attract. But anyway, I've loved doing this one. It's been easy-ish. So see you soon. Thanks so much. Cheers. Bye.